Good to
Okay,
have some more
so
willpower.
today's
I
topic
find
was last week's topic. Bob's here. Um, that we never got around to because we got sidetracked. Um, talking about all that color stuff. Um, so Brian had the idea of us having a get-ins and get-outs game. So Brian, how do we do this?
Well, you bring up terminations, and we put the dancers into a formation, and then each of us takes a turn and tries to get out of it as quickly or as nicely as we can.
Okay, so what are we going to do first? Get-ins or get-outs or?
Well, as far as the get-ins, it's just randomly do anything to put them into a formation, and then at some point say, hey, we're going to stop right here, and this will be where everybody will take a chance to get out and see what we all can do.
Okay, so let's see here. Share. Okay, so Tam Nations is there. Am I muted? No. Is Tam
There we
Nations
go.
up?
Terminations is up.
I
Okay.
nodded my head.
Okay, so what do you want to have us do first? Get into something or get out or?
Okay, so let's put the dancers into a formation, which then we will everybody will have an opportunity to try to get them out of something. So let's
Would you like me to do some of that?
sure, that'd be great.
Okay. Heads lead right. Step two wave. Swing through. Girls circulate. There you go. Who's going to get them out?
Who wants to go first?
I'll try. I would call right and left grand on the fourth hand courtesy turn and promenade home.
Oh, you would give me one of them big abbreviations I got. Move this out of the way so I can see. I don't think I have an abbreviation for, but on the fourth hand for that one.
Well, it works. Or you can just say boys circulate right and left grand on the third hand promenade home.
Okay, we'll say that one works.
It does work.
I don't know how to type it in though.
Question. And a statement at the same time. Good stuff, Bob. For probably most of them that are on here, a simple Alaman left, I think, would suffice. Unless I'm wrong, and you, Brian, what are you looking for? A trick get outs or everything? Maybe.
No, just anything, and the idea is to get the juices flowing, get the creativity going, give the people here an opportunity to try to just move the dancers and be able to resolve the square from a particular spot.
Okay.
And it doesn't again, it doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be difficult, doesn't have to be uber creative, doesn't have to be anything that's going to impress us. But the idea is this is an exercise in thinking of how to resolve the square either quickly or in a particular way.
Okay.
So if
Ready for the
you're
next
so
one?
so if you're a well, no, because well now we got to get some of the other people to try something to
Oh,
get out of
good.
that spot,
Oh, good for you. All right.
right? Because we got one, so that was Bob, and Yolanda disappeared. I think she's hiding.
Might have scared her.
Right.
Okay.
I
how
think
about
Yolanda
Steve?
got a phone call.
Who's next?
How about Steven?
I'm drawing a blank today. My mind is
Stephen, how many pieces are in one of those boxes? Either one of them.
none.
Where are the boxes? I don't care what direction you put four dancers together.
Oh, okay, I see. Let's do a recycle. Now you got the 3 and the 1.
Now keep in mind everybody's sashayed.
Yeah. Okay, go back. I don't want to do that sachet. Swing through girls trade. Recycle. I'm seeing it, but my mind's just not functioning. I know I'm out of sequence.
Can I suggest something, Stephen? Is that
Sure.
all right? You notice that what you're missing is a lady's trade there, and you
Right.
What would have happened if you'd have done the recycle and not done the ladies' trade?
Not done the ladies' trade. Let's go back and see it. I'm so used to having the ladies do the trade first, and then so. Okay, so it's a square through 3. No,
And
pass through or trade by. Trade by. Outside's trade. This is a trade by. Sorry.
And we're there. So we got it in 4 moves. Nice.
4 moves with a bunch of accidents.
Actually, you did swing through, recycle. Swing through took care of your half sachet problem. The recycle took care of your partner change problem. And then you could have done a pass through trade by and put somebody on the outside, or you could have, it doesn't make any difference who moves across. If the corners are not in the same group, you're not going to get an L-man left.
All right. Who wants to play next?
Well, I'm
Oh
way
my
out of
God.
order. Okay, go ahead, Betsy.
No, it was me, I think. It was.
wasn't
Oh,
me.
Ross.
Okay. See how I go. All right, circulate. Swing through. Recycle. Right and left through. And element left, right, and left grand.
And it puts them right at home. Perfect.
I was hoping it'd work.
Bill? Bill's
Hello.
thinking hard.
Oh, hey, I think I'm way out of practice. All 8 circulate. Boys go double.
Just boys circulate. Yeah.
Boys, thank you. Okay. Boys run.
You were there. You had a right and left grand.
Okay. Undo what I just did. Thank you. Told you I was out of practice.
What happens a lot of the times when you play this game is you find that you miss your opportunities because you're not paying attention. And so what can happen is when you're playing this game, it's always fun when you have other people watching it because sometimes they're paying attention. They can see things that you can't, and they can mention them to you while you're playing the game so that you eventually in your head will be able to see those things. I think Bob
I'd
wants to
like
play.
I just wanted to point out when I first saw it, I saw that they had an opposite lady wave. So if you had the boys run and bend the line, you had what I call an opposite lady line. Then you can square through 4 trade by, slide through to a normal line, which I would use, or I would, from the opposite lady line, pass through wheel and deal, double pass through cloverleaf. Then you could do a double pass through and promenade home. But the thing is, I see it right there that everybody's with their opposite and they're all in sequence. That's very important. Are they with their No.
Nope, they're not with their opposite.
No, they're with the right. Which one? They're with the right hand lady. I blew that one big time.
I don't feel so bad. I don't feel so bad now, Bob.
You have a corner wave, corner box, whatever. The group of 4 is a corner situation,
Yeah.
no matter how you draw it out.
Okay, how about Yolanda?
Don't do waves, but started from waves. So let's see how much I can.
At the end of the day,
so
it doesn't matter where they start from.
So let's do a recycle.
I was getting confused.
And then half sachet. Ooh. Slide through.
Okay,
What's your favorite move?
Cycle.
What is it?
Recycle.
Yeah. Maybe you could step to wave and recycle.
But I think I would have normally done a slide through. But okay, so
Oh. Did I mess that up? There's only supposed to be one slide through there?
Yeah, just one slide through. Let's see. I don't particularly like this one. So
you have half of your formation already figured out. You've got
Yeah,
two,
it's the other
you've got two couples together, or at least you have
Yeah.
one of your primary couples together, or your secondary couple, depending on how you're looking at them. So from this kind of formation, what would be the easiest thing to do?
Well, if I knew that.
Okay, so the easiest
This
thing
is
to
new.
do
This is new.
would, the easiest thing to do would be to get the couples who are paired on the outside and then resolve the four in the middle.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Any partner changing movement is going to help you, Yolanda.
Okay.
Any partner changing movement.
So, flutter wheel.
No, two ladies chain, flutter
Okay,
wheel,
okay.
recycle,
Yep.
walk and dodge, whatever.
Yep.
That'll help you there. Now,
Can I just go element left?
no.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Now they're partners.
Both Alaman lefts are going to be in the grid. One's in a trade by formation, the other's in an 8 chain through. So how do you get to an 8 chain through from there?
Actually, well, I can just do a slide through, but
You can do a slide through, yes. Is that what you like?
yeah, might as well.
You have the paired couple together. Are the corners in the same box as the paired couple? Is a corner in there? Is there a corner?
Yeah.
No. The number one man and
Oh
number
no, wait a
four
second.
lady.
They're swapped over. Yeah. My corners on my checkerboard are different. Colors. Okay, but I've got the sides in the right position. So,
Correct.
so if I leave those alone, centers partner trade. Centers pass through.
Yay!
Did it.
You could have also done like a square through 3, trade by,
Yeah.
Alaman left, that kind of stuff.
Mhm,
So
yeah.
those are always options. Those are fun
Or
things.
you could have done a pass through, trade by, right and left through. What you did was you put the paired couple together. Your next objective was to get the corners together. And you were in a right-hand lady box. So you needed to move somebody across, and it didn't make any difference who you moved across, as long as you moved them as a couple across to the other side and put the paired couple on the outside. Okay?
Okay, how about John?
Which John?
We got two
The
Johns?
one that just talked.
We only got one John in here.
And we swing through. Recycle. Touch a quarter. Walk and dodge. And wheel and deal. Double pass through. Leaders trade.
Yes.
No, leaders do a U-turn back. Yeah, that's yeah.
Old. And we're at our corners.
That's right.
Bill, is your dog molesting you?
GTA Billy. This is Bailey, by the way.
Nice. So next,
I was gonna say, are we gonna do Daryl, and I think Chris is in here somewhere, and Brian
Sure.
and Betsy.
I would think I've been doing my part already.
sure.
Yeah,
I may as well go. Sure,
Or,
I'll
or
go.
somebody else, yes.
I'll go. Let's do a recycle and sweep a quarter. Slide through. Trade by.
Thank you. Bye.
And they're home.
The fun part of that was taking that half sachet and doing the slide through. Basically, what he did was he did the partner change, set up for it, because he knew he was going to need that to get that paired couple together. And then he used the other to take him across a set because he knew the corners weren't in the same box. Nice one, Brian. I like that. Yeah, never mind.
Okay, Daryl, your turn. Daryl?
Oh, yes. Your microphone is always way down on me.
That any better?
That's better.
Yeah. Okay. I always take the easy way out. If I'm in a hurry to get to an Alaman left, I don't want to mess around too much with it. So maybe I'd have the boys trade. That gives me my partner change. Boys run. And just to make it a little bit different, couples circulate. Very simple, wheel and deal. They're there. Now, if I want to dress that up, I might say pass through. Do you turn back? Pass through. Shake hands and do a right and left grand. So the get out was simple, and then you can add a little relish to the end of it there just to make it different. Okay. Has everybody gone?
Betsy. If
You know
she's-
what? Yeah, I haven't.
Okay, let me get it redone there.
Sure enough.
Okay, I'm ready.
Boys circulate. All 8 circulate. Swing your partner and promenade home.
Well done, Betsy.
Yes.
Rock that zing right in there.
Yeah, that'll work, but I don't know how to make Tam Nations do it.
So as you can tell with this game is that there's multiple ways of getting out of this. And there's really, well, I'd like to say there's no wrong answer. There are wrong answers, and part of that has to do with flow, and part of that has to do with choreography. But when you're playing this game, it's mostly about figuring out how to move the dancers around and just give everybody an opportunity to do so. And as you're doing it, not only do you get to have an opportunity to try it yourself, but you also get to see what the other people in the group are thinking, and you get to see how they do it. And it also might help you in your head see something that you normally don't see when you're looking at this stuff. So when I'm out dancing to another caller and I see something that's surprising to me, I usually take note of that because that kind of stuff is interesting. And when you're playing this game with other callers, you get to see those kind of surprising things from a vantage point that you normally don't get to see it. Because if you're dancing in a square to a caller, a lot of times you can't remember what the 4 or 5 calls were that led up to this get out. So you're like, oh, well, okay, well, you know, that was a fun get out, but I have no idea what they did. Whereas when you're playing this game, you can actually watch it and see it in real time. And so that's why I find this game kind of useful.
Okay, so how
what
about Chris?
about Mark? So what about Mark?
And Chris?
And Chris, if he's there. Well, looks like Mark is
Okay.
up.
Me, huh?
Yep.
Okay, I have no idea. Let's see. It is not doing what I thought it would do it.
You might need a partner change movement.
Yep, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Yay! Looks like you even got them home, Mark, right there.
And you made it look
Dumb
easy.
luck there. Dumb luck there.
Take it when you can.
Oh,
we
Chris,
gonna-
are you there? Okay, so what next, Brian?
Is Chris going to try, or is he not there?
He's not answering.
Okay, so one that I came up with that's sort of out of this world that you'll never see anywhere. Do you want to see that? Although technically Taminations won't be able to do it. Taminations will sort of get there, but not exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do a hinge and a split circulate, which also at C1 is known as 2/3 recycle. Okay, and then I want the heads. The heads. Well, you're not gonna be able to do this, and I'm gonna explain why. So the heads are gonna cast off 1/8, and the sides are gonna cast off 3/8, and the head boys will trade, and it's a actually no, that's not gonna work. Damn, that's not gonna work. Okay, so I was so close. It's not gonna work. The heads were crossed. What you'd end up with is a right and left ground, but the heads would be crossed, and that wouldn't work very well. So yeah. Oh look, there's Chris.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yay.
undo what I was gonna do. There
Now
you go.
Chris, your turn.
Chris.
I just finished reassembling my computer, so I just now actually got on.
Well, that's good. That means that you have no idea what you're doing, which is fine. Fix them and make them go home. Ah, he's cheating.
So, and how you resolve is completely up to you. You, but resolve it in whatever way you feel like you want to. You can either resolve the home, resolve the corner, resolve the right and left grand. Completely up to you.
You're not talking to me, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
we are.
I am talking to you, Steve.
Oh.
You are. It's your
Oh, all
turn.
right.
The
Oh,
rest
okay.
of us have done it.
Oh, okay. So let's see. All right, let me zoom in on the square so I can see it here. Okay. What do we got? And we got fine. Okay. Let's have the boys run around the girls. And let's see. How about the do an AC doocy? Girls trade. Partner trade.
So many.
Half circulate, bend the line. How's that?
Perfect. That works. So as you can see, we all think slightly differently, and it's great. That's how it works. That's how calling works. We all do things a little bit differently, and we put choreography together many different ways. And you know, the nice part about that, and that you get to realize is, as I say, very little is wrong. You know, we will judge you on bad choreography. You know, we will judge you on bad flow, but you know, we'll point those things out to you. But at the same time, a lot of the times there's really nothing wrong with what you do. It's all you're doing is trying to get people together and move them back to their partners. And as I say, this is just an exercise in fun. So let's move them somewhere else so that we can have another formation. Let's have the sides lead right past the ocean. Center wave of 4 or centers swing through. Huh? What was that?
Yeah, I have no idea.
That was
It looked like centers trade maybe or something. I'm not sure.
center. Well,
No, it was the center. It was the centers of each wave working together, swing through.
doing a
Or
swing
whatever.
through. That was really neat.
That's what they did.
That was fun. Okay.
Oh, so it was somebody or another disconnected swing through. Yeah.
Or checkpoint
Nice.
swing through.
Nice. And so let's do a fan the top.
Hey, that sounded like Betsy Gata. Is Betsy here?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
She is.
Hi, Chris. I finally found a night when this was happening and I wasn't at somewhere else.
Okay, so split circulate. And go. So this will be our starting formation for everybody.
Who wants to go first?
I find it really sad that fan the top is on the plus list, considering that it's part of a spin the top.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I go
Yolanda.
first? Yeah, so can the centers circulate twice?
If you ask them to.
Let's hope they've learned it.
Oh.
Then, no, that doesn't.
That's once.
Yeah. Got one left. And a right or left grand.
The call Yolanda is not found.
Well done, Yolanda.
Thank you.
Where's AI when you need it?
Okay, Bill.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I may create a monster here. Centers run around the ends. See what I created.
Okay, so half of your formation is in normal couples, the other half are sashayed.
Yes, they are. Thank you for pointing that out to me.
Well, that is the monster that you mentioned that you were creating.
That's right. I can't call that. Jeez. I'm going to start using a bad internet connection here before we're through.
Want to maintain that one, or do you want to undo?
Do a clear alt delete. No, just
Just undo the center's run.
undo the center's run. Let's do this. Okay. Let's try.
What's a formation, Bill?
It's an ocean wave.
Okay. And first thing you want to do is find out who's facing in, who's facing out on an ocean wave, maybe, if it isn't real familiar.
This could just be simple. Everybody hinge.
It's simple.
Girls.
It's always simple.
Yeah, girls trade. Recycle. Sweep a quarter.
No. No.
Okay, unsweep a quarter. That's the end goal. Oh.
Does that look familiar?
Yeah, it looks, yes. Center, everybody pass through. Trade by. Element left. Square set. It's in here someplace. It just hasn't been used in a while.
What you have to look at is a formation. Look at the arrangement, because you might have boy, boy, girl, girl, or boy, girl, girl, boy. Your standard right-hand wave is what? It's boy, girl, girl, boy, isn't it? So look, find out what kind of a wave it is that you have. Deal with that. Either take advantage of it or change it to something which you're familiar.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes.
By the way, Daryl, I love your tie.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
Today's a very special day.
He looks very suave. He looks like he's going on a date.
yeah, and actually, it's in Canada. It's Remembrance Day, so being all dressed up is actually quite appropriate.
Well, it's Veterans Day in the US, so it's pretty much the same day.
Yes.
Okay, Roz.
Can you come back to me?
Okay, John.
Boys trade. Box the net. Pass through.
Wheel and deal. Sanders pass through. Alley man left.
John, could I make a comment?
Yes.
That's exactly the same resolution used before. You're a line resolver.
Yes.
That's what you go for. There are a lot quicker, simpler ways to get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
You might watch some of these other resolutions and see how they keep them within that group of four rather than having to develop a line of some sort to get to where you want to go. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
Roz.
I'm sorry. I've got COVID at the moment, so it's not
Okay.
helping my brain at
Oh,
all.
dear.
I'm just going to go and get a cough lolly. I'll be back in a minute.
You want me to come back later?
It's gonna be a cough drop, I think. I'm gonna-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stephen.
Yeah, let me look at it a minute here. Boys Run. Star through. Right and left through. Oh, wait a minute. Go back. That's the pass through trade by and you there. Was that one already done?
Not by you.
Was that done by somebody already in this session?
No.
Okay.
It's all yours.
Okay. I'll take it.
What do you got running in your room there, Steven? Sounds like a bunch of machinery.
It's the fan on my laptop.
Oh.
It's old.
Get WD-40. You know, that stuff's good for about anything.
Chris. Chris,
Me?
are you there?
My turn? Okay.
Yep.
All right, hinge. Girls trade. Recycle. Pass through the center and pass through. Boring, but there you go.
It's more boring to you than it will be to the dancers.
Okay, who we got?
I haven't done one.
Okay, Betsy.
Okay. Boys trade. Pass through. tag the line, and face in. Pass through. Wheel and deal. See. Double pass through. Everybody partner trade. Center slide through.
Yay!
Nice.
And if you wanted to make Chris's a little quote, as he said, boring, you could, after Chris did the pass to the center, if he had the center star through, I think they'd be home.
Or face in, back away, clap, 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 or one
Yeah,
of those.
exactly.
Daryl.
I thought you were going to miss me.
Not a chance.
Okay. Boys run. Right and left through. Square through, but on the fourth hand, pull apartment 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, square through. Go. And pull the partner by to an element left. In other words, trade by. Okay. Yeah, that's a very well-known, popular module. To me, there again, that was that right-hand lady box with the 4 dancers all being with their right-hand ladies. And you put the paired couple on the outside, and then it's a matter of going to a right-hand lady line in sequence, do the square through 4 to the trade by or to the right pull by. It still all boils down to me. What we've been doing is either a corner box or a right-hand lady box. You have 3 parts of your Allen man left within that 4 dancer grouping. Doesn't make any difference if they're in waves or mini boxes or 2 face lines or facing lines. That group of 4 is what you're looking at, and everything you need to know for where that Allen man left is the information is in with that group of 4 right there. And then it's up to you to figure the quickest way to get to it. I'm not going to be able to stay much longer, guys. I would love to. I really would. I do have a dance to go call, Veterans Day dance. So if I sneak out, you'll understand why. Okay?
Okay, I will be back in a minute.
Run out of coffee?
Yeah, I would never do a Veterans Day dance. Not that I don't celebrate Veterans Day, but I just assume that somebody on the floor is going to be armed and that I might get shot from the floor.
Okay.
I live in Virginia. That's every dance.
Don't you feel safe now?
I always assumed that I would die not from a heart attack or from cancer, that I was going to die from a hail of gunfire at a square dance. Probably from something I called or said.
Okay.
Okay. I think most of the dancers are quite that serious about it.
I didn't have enough to worry about before.
Mhm.
Give me something else.
Don't make
Just
suggestions.
Don't call shoot the star.
That could be why a lot of not many callers call veterans dances. The type that like songs. There's not many records out that you can use on Veterans Day.
Let's see. I do Grand Old Tag, My name is America. God bless America. Let's see, what else do I have on the program system? I have a pretty good sized program with lots of patriotic songs in it.
How
One,
you gonna keep?
one
How
that I
you gonna keep
recorded
them
some
down on the
years ago.
farm after they've seen Paris?
Yeah, I guess so. I've got one that's called uh, what the hell was it called?
The Last Farewell.
I'm getting old, guys.
You would think that maybe the girl from Ipanema would also be appropriate.
No, it's one I recorded. It's What's More American. And I recorded the darn thing. And that crazy record, it was fun to do and everything. And it'd been out for probably about a year. And I get this telephone call from the fellow that wrote the original. Obviously, he got that little tiny bit of
Royalties?
well, yeah, his share of the Harry Fox agency money there. And he said, I've got 5 other songs. Would you like to hear them? Yeah, be careful what you do.
Capitalism, don't you love it?
Okay, it's Brian. I'm back.
Okay, so I guess that's my turn. So let's do a scoot back. And the girls run. And slide through. And trade by. There we are.
That looks familiar, Brian. Why is that? You think I don't remember these things you did earlier? See, I do. This is fun. This is nice. It's a great way to look at these things and start tearing them apart, saying, well, actually, what is happening there? You're dealing with little steps. You haven't done any real odd, at least for the newer callers, arrangements. Maybe like if you did a heads pass through, separate around one, you're going to have your he, she lines. Or you could say from a standard corner 2-face line, tag the line face in to where you have the boy girl, the mixed gender lines, boy girl, girl boy, or girl boy boy girl, whichever. But you can get into some of those where you have to take care of an arrangement before you take care of anything else, because you've got 2 Alaman formations to deal with, and they're going to be easier to get to from normal couples than they are half sashayed couples, which you've done some of that. But you've got other arrangements. You've got the 6 possible arrangements to deal with. I'll shut up now.
Okay, Mark, let's start a new one. Let's do from a squared set.
Hey, Brian, we're almost at it. Well, we are at an hour, and
We are. Okay.
the topic was get-ins and get-outs. We've done get-outs.
Well, no, that the whole the game of get in, get out is you put the dancers into a formation, and it doesn't matter how we get there.
Okay.
We're not specifically we're not specifically doing something to get them there. We're just putting them into a formation, and then everybody's given an opportunity to get them out. And the idea is we can see what the others do while they're what their process is while they're doing it. And as I said, they're not all the same. And the magical part is you get to actually see it live and in a safe environment, as opposed to live with a bunch of dancers on the floor, which is a lot more difficult and a lot more nerve-wracking. This is a sort of a safe environment. And then on top of that, you also have some very experienced callers in the room who can comment on the material that you used while you're doing it, which is why this is a good exercise.
Yep. Okay, so what do you want to go for?
From a squared set, let's have the Head star through and
Sorry.
spread.
Before you go, I've got one for the last one.
Oh,
My brain's in gear.
of course.
Sorry. Hopefully. Sorry.
Then you have to take some of it out. All right. Oh yeah, you can just undo
now-
the bottom.
There we
There
go.
we go.
Okay. Hinge. I'm not sure if it's been done. I don't think. Swing through. Recycle. Element.
Yay.
Good one.
So instead of a hinge swing through, I would have done a cast off 3/4 center trade.
Oh,
That's
okay.
good.
And I would take them to their corner.
Yeah.
You're not there, Roz.
Oh yeah, she's not.
You're half sashayed.
Oh.
No more than that.
Yeah.
You don't have the corners together either.
Nope.
No, the colors are right. They're just not the right sex
Yeah,
or people.
I showed. Yeah. I told you I had COVID and I wasn't thinking.
Well,
Center-
you could say Alaman left, come back and swing your partner at home, and then you're done.
You center space out, partner trade, and you're home.
That would work.
No, they're still half sashayed on the sides.
Well, no, because when
Oh, right.
when they do the swing
Yeah.
will undo that.
What if you had everybody do a U-turn back?
Good old faithful Daryl.
Kiss the dance.
You could do a turn through and swing your partner and square your sets.
Box the net, pass through.
I was thinking a box the net.
What if you had everybody do a U-turn back?
I
Just take a look at it and see what you have, okay?
I like that. You can have everybody do a U-turn back, say, I missed you, darling, and now let's go get snacks.
No.
I don't know,
Something might occur to you if you can see them all do a U-turn back.
You see what I got to restart Tam Nations. Is it
Okay,
putting-
now, well, okay, just imagine this then. You can see in your heads, they're going, a U-turn back for half sashayed couples is going to normalize them.
Yeah.
If you do that from here, you're going to have normal couples in a trade by formation.
Yep.
If you do your trade by, you've got your element left. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like I say, sometimes you take care of the arrangement before you do other things. You look at the formation, you look at the arrangement. If it's an odd arrangement, you need to take care of that. And we all know that a U-turn back will solve half sachet, won't it?
Yes.
And Stephen, the figure that you put in the chat, I don't think you want to do a swing through followed by a fan the top.
A bit of overflow.
I may be wrong, but I thought that's what I saw.
I didn't type anything in the chat for the
Okay.
pattern.
Okay, well, somebody, there was something in there with a swing through and then a followed by a fan the top. So.
That didn't do anything what I thought it was.
The center four swing through fan the top. That was to get into the start position.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, that's how they got into the starting position for that.
Well, you wouldn't
So-
call that, no, would you?
I wouldn't.
Okay. It's a flow thing. You're gonna have the girls turn half by the left and then go 3/4 more by the left. You see that?
And then one of them gets dizzy and falls down.
Motion sickness.
Well, I was going to say throw up, but I was Trying to be polite.
They regurgitate.
I wouldn't call it either, but aren't there some old timey figures that have something like turn somebody go once in a quarter? Or once and a half or something?
Hey,
Oh,
Mark.
yeah. But we've gotten more sophisticated.
Trying to figure out what he's drawing.
That wasn't me. That was that person that I just let in and just kicked out.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, they turned on some drawing tools and started drawing
Yes.
things.
Yep, so I just kicked him out. Okay, so how are we resolving this one?
You don't have it the way that it was.
Yeah, so Daryl was suggesting you turn back.
yeah.
Oh, it is the way it was? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Everybody you turn back. Then trade by.
And boom.
Don't forget the small movements because they are so handy. Folds and U-turn backs and trades, facing ins, facing outs, those type of things come in very, very handy in resolving. They're tools.
Keep it simple.
Yep. So let's do a star through.
Who?
Heads. And spread. No E. Perfect.
Sweet.
That's the Canadian way.
And then we'll do a pass through. Why not? And we'll start from a line facing out with boy, boy, girl, girl, and we're a little bit off.
Okay, any volunteers?
Although this might not actually be too difficult.
Well, we're not trying to be difficult. We're just trying to make people think. And see how everybody thinks different.
Exactly.
Okay, so well, let's start with the more experienced callers this time first. Daryl.
Bend the line. We got lines facing out. First thing I want is lines facing in. Now, the best visual way is to get the paired couple. I've got corner boxes, and the corners happen to be in the same group of four. I'm looking at it as the right hand four is in a box. The grid is going to be going east-west. All right. So I can do I wouldn't call this. I wish we had substitute back. Okay, star through. Now I've got normal couples. Why not do centers right and left through? I'll take them in the middle and turn them around. Pass through. I was going to do a substitute, or a zoom, but a star through to a zoom is so nasty. Okay, slide through twice. Alaman left and promenade home. main thing I would have done, and I did do it, although I took the one couple into the center from that double pass through that I got out of the facing line star through. I had the boy, boy, girl, girl line, so star through is going to give you a double pass through formation. I needed to turn those inside dancers around, keep them within that same group of 4. It was just one way of doing it. They're still in the same group of 4. Now the centers, I want to turn them around, but I take them across the middle to do it. Bring them back. Then it's a matter of just getting that paired couple on the outside. Yeah.
You didn't like the, I think it,
Star through and zoom. I would
yeah,
not.
you don't think that, you don't like the way that dances?
I don't like the way the girls have to go bang, bang. It's great for the guys, not so good for the girls.
Well, if they don't overturn, it's not so bad.
Well, I'm not saying that they won't do it. I'm saying that it's not as good for them as it is for the guys. And if I can avoid it, I do. The details, to me, are what make the difference between the good callers and the really good callers.
Okay, Brian.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Going experienced callers first.
Okay, all 8
Already-
circulate.
What is it?
Circulate. Slide through. Centers twice. Or centers just slide through. And you're home.
Have a good one, guys. We'll
Have a
see
great
you,
dance, Daryl.
see you next
Bye,
time.
Daryl.
Bye, Daryl.
Bye, Daryl. Take care.
You bet.
Betsy.
Half tag. Girls trade. Recycle. Slide through. Actually, star through. And then slide through, or slide through twice. I just changed it because of handedness. Owlman left and promenade home.
Chris.
Crossfire.
Oh.
Dixie Grand.
Oh, that's ain't it.
Now, 2 things about that. First of all, I cheated because I just looked that up. I didn't invent it. Second of all, I hate that application of Crossfire and would never call that sequence.
I watched it on the screen. I've never seen it that way before. I've never thought of that. Never seen it, never danced it, never even thought of it.
It depends. It depends on which challenge caller you talk to.
Yes.
But yes, it's
Personally, I don't believe in it. But anyway, I wanted to find a weird one, so I just asked a different computer program.
Okay, now do one without the computer program.
Oh,
Oops.
I was actually inspired by Betsy when she did her half tag.
Half tag is the thing I always think of first when I see boy, boy, girl, girl like this, because then you can get into nice normal waves
Right.
real quick.
Right. Well, what Betsy did, go ahead and do a half tag. And then she had the boys circulate.
I had the girls trade.
Did you have the girls trade? Okay, well, forget that. But just, I want the boys, well, you did an AC-doocy, didn't you? I think you did. Anyways, doesn't matter. At this
Doesn't
point,
matter.
just the boys circulate. Now from here, everybody has their opposite and everybody's in sequence. Right?
yep.
believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody trade. And at this point, it's a right and left grand, but on a third hand promenade.
Oh,
Cool.
Or you just do an all eight circulate and it's a right and left grand. But I like the right and left grand, but on the third hand promenade. So if everybody has their opposite by the right hand, it's a right and left grand on the third hand, as long as they're all in sequence. So those are, so the more experience you get, the longer you call, you can tend to see this kind of stuff and it just becomes sort of second nature. You just sort of look at it and go, oh yeah, everyone has their opposite and I can call a right and left grand, but on the third hand promenade home. He's looking for the
I know I've
shortcut.
got it in here somewhere.
Add it to your abbreviations.
That's what I got them in there for on the third hand and fourth hand. I've got it in there for square throughs, not for right and left grands.
There you go. But trust me, so if you did an all eight circulate from here, everybody would end up with their partner, everybody would be in sequence, and everyone would be happy. And you'd end up with a right and left grand. So if you just did that, that's the same as doing your right and left grand on the third hand promenade. You can do either or.
Okay, so we got Betsy, we got Brian, we got Chris. Bob, are you here?
He took off. Or no, he's there. He's just not on the
He's
screen.
there, he's not there. Okay. Steven, did you go yet?
Nope, he didn't.
I'm the least experienced here.
No, you are not.
I am. If you go by my total calling, it's been over 15 years since I've been truly on a mic. But okay, I'll go.
Let me get him back. Okay.
Okay, wheel and deal. Centers pass through. Star through. Ferris wheel. Centers pass through, right and left through.
Yay.
Yolanda.
Bend the line.
Dinner in 7.
Okay.
If we centers trade. Um, girls run.
So close.
Yeah.
I would have done something other than a girls run. Undo the girls run.
In-roll circulate.
Okay.
Let's not do advanced calls. But you just had the centers trade.
Yeah.
Why not have the centers run?
Okay. I was just be thinking that they would be in half sashayed when if I did that.
Right. And so now we're two calls away from our corner. So do a slide through. Trade by. And there you are.
Okay.
So it was a good
Yeah.
idea. It was cute. I liked the bend the line into a centers trade. It was interesting. A little bit weird for some of them. Like it's probably some flow that they've never seen before,
Mhm.
but interesting. And it put the dancers into inverted lines, which is also not very common for mainstream dancers. Also for a new caller, those are the kind of formations that get a little difficult for you because some of the dancers have left hands and some of them have right hands, and they get very confused. That's why what I was doing there was trying to make it as normalizing it as quickly as possible for you.
Mhm.
So once you had the inverted line, then you just have the same people who were doing the centers trade have the centers run, and then that sort of fixed you and put you back into lines of 4. Now, mind you, they were still sashayed, but it was better.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid the half sachet part. So there's an actual way to get out of that one.
Yes.
I got to run. It's great seeing everybody. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everybody. It was fun.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye,
I'm gonna
Stephen.
leave it. I'm gonna leave it running though.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, stay Stephen.
And Roz. You want to
You're
go for
muted,
one?
Roz.
You need to turn your mic on.
Okay. Not sure if it's good body flow. Bend the line. Touch a quarter. Circulate twice. Boys run. Now this is the bit I'm not too sure whether that's good body flow. Zoom.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but some people wouldn't like it because the boy's doing the little direction change there. I don't think those things are that, it's just a judgment call as to how bad those things are.
Oh, okay. And
I'd do it.
you do it.
I would have.
Okay, pass through and element left. Oh, sorry, Senator's passed through. I remember.
I think if you call it enough, they get used to it.
Well, I
Well,
guess
that's
it's
like
nice to get a bit of revenge on the boys, isn't it?
Well,
You know,
we
that's like
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I didn't.
well we tell everybody that star through and veer left is horrible flow, and indeed it is. However, it's horrible flow in the fact that everyone's been doing it for years and years and years,
there you
and
go.
the ladies who they say the flow is bad for have been doing it for years and years and years, that they're somewhat used to it. The funny part is, if you did a star through veer right, the men would complain about it because they're not used to dancing it that way. However, if they danced it more often, they wouldn't complain. So
it's like walk and dodge partner trade, right?
correct.
Same kind of idea. Although I personally I stopped doing the star through and veer left about 1,000,000 years ago, after somebody pointing it out. But of course, I still call walk and dodge partner trade all day long.
Mm. That's why reverse wheel around was created.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry.
If anybody
Oh,
could do
look,
it,
it's
but they
Roy.
can't do it
Hey, Roy.
because we don't call it. We call partner trade.
So you see, Mark, this was a good idea,
Yes.
but also at the same time, it
No,
took
we're
a
not.
lot of time as well.
Okay. How do I? Yes, and I got to look at the time. Oh, yeah, and I need to get off of here because I need to get ready for a dance, going to a dance.
There you go. So yeah, it's a wonderful idea. It's a great game to play with other callers. It's fun if you can get together and do this kind of stuff. It's more fun if you're doing it live. If you have a square full of callers and you're just
Yeah.
getting them around to do stuff. I've seen it at caller schools where the callers who are the people who are working at the caller school are up in the square, and the callers who are learning this stuff are trying to resolve the square while they're dancing in it, and it just makes it so much fun. And it's a good sort of let your hair down and see what you can do with it. The
It's
nice part
always-
about go ahead.
It's always easier to do it while you're dancing it, because somehow when you get it behind the microphone, that's when the brain goes out of your ears.
100%.
Yep.
We did this.
All they got to do is say, "Mark, do you want to do a guest tip?" And my head goes blank.
We did this game and some similar games at our local association down here in DC. We run a caller clinic once a year. We bring in somebody, we'll bring in some big shot national caller, and or maybe even a pair of them. And the sad thing is that those clinics are very poorly attended. The main people that show up at these things are the people who are been calling for 30, 40 longer years, and who are active and super experienced people, which gives whoever's running the clinic a little bit of a challenge. And then very few of the new people, and I can never understand why more people don't avail themselves of clinics like that. But anyway, we did it, and we played games like this, and there's just tons of fun. It's probably my favorite part of any caller's clinic or caller's school or anything. It's just a lot of fun.
Right. And for the newer callers who are here, when you see this kind of stuff, it's neat because you get to see that there's different ways of getting out of different things. And as I said, very little of it is wrong. Most of it is right, and it really doesn't matter what you do as long as you get out. And sometimes what I've seen some of the newer callers take 20, 30 calls before they are able to resolve the square, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they're getting experience moving dancers around, and this is really what it's all about. So that's basically what this game is for.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it because I've been back when I first started. I don't know I think it was called Friends and Enemies, but that's what I learned. Get them into a wave, and then get my lead couple together with circulates or whatever, and then have them do a Ferris wheel, and then from there figure it out on what call to do. And that's the only way I knew how to resolve it. And
Right.
this is making me think outside of my box,
Hmm.
and I'm
Yep.
learning different things.
There's lots of little,
I'm getting really good at Tam Nations. It's just now I need to be actually do it out on the floor.
there's a bunch
Yes.
of, there's quite a few little algorithmic systems like the one that you learned.
Well,
I mean,
Dottie has put them all into a big book, and Collar Lab has them now. So if you want to get a copy of it, you can get that from Collar Lab. Yeah, Dottie Welch put together or compiled all of the different site calling methods that are out there.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, you can contact Collar Lab and get a copy of it for a small fee. But yeah, it's got essentially all the different methods in there, from what I understand.
What is that called?
It's I don't know what it's called,
mean,
but it's
box?
a site resolution compilation that Dottie Welch put together. And look, I bet Betsy has a copy of it. As she's looking for it now.
DOTTIE?
Yes, Dottie Welch from Nova Scotia.
Oh, Betsy, you're muted.
I got kicked out and came back in because my
Yep.
my connection is unstable. Site resolution and site and module resolution systems. It February 2018. It's probably on the knowledge base if you don't want it printed, but I would check it.
You've got
Okay, I'll look for that. But okay, guys, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for this dance.
Okay. Well, this has been fun. I really enjoyed this.
Yes,
You
it has
guys
been
did very
fun.
well.
This is fun.
Great idea.
Good idea.
Okay.
How do I stop the
What you're
recording?
thinking.